Cold. Sheesh. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Buccos Locker. Subscribe to the channel, like the channel, share all the videos. Don't forget to hit the notification bell icon to notify you on all new videos that's posted on this channel. Shout out to all the Powers and Sea Bandits. Thank you for joining. What's happening? What's up? Came on here to right quick. Take a little bit of y'all time. Hopefully y'all enjoyed y'all weekend, this past weekend, and hopefully y'all enjoyed the draft. I wanted to do a draft recap. Now that everything is settled down and everything's on chill mode, I kind of want to touch on the Bucs draft class, a recap after fun days for the Bucs. You know, we are here. We are gathered here today. First down. We are gathered here today. We are gathered here today. Come on in. Come on in, everybody. Enjoy yourself. A celebration. Nah. That's not all of them. Ooh, it's a little chilly out here, man. Why is it so cold in here? Okay. So what's we got? What we got? What we got in the building? We got we got Cody. First one, huh? First one. Brent, Eric, AJ, Johnny, Jonathan Brutus. What's up, Young Deezy, baby? Who that? What's up, bro? What's happening, man? Ballard Sports Media. What's up, buddy? A Rod, Sal 81. Sal, what's up, Sal? Dave, the maestro. What's up, man? Exactly. Clack 5 White. You wish. Mr. Everything Bucks. What's up, man? Bucks for life. Gotcha. Oh, so who asked the question? No, I saw that question. I'm gonna see. Oh, where can you find the shirt? I can send the link in the chat. So I'll send you that link. It's from one of my guys. He has a business. Fatherhood is dope. FID, FID. If any one of y'all are interested, I will put the link in the chat room. And if you purchase from him, just tell him Isaiah sent you. Yeah. So pretty cool guy, man. I'll put the link in the chat real quick. Give me a second here. Matter of fact, oopsie. Matter of fact, I'll give you the Instagram. I'll give you the Instagram page also as well. Haitian boy, what up, man? Fire the Cannons, Alge 335, Third Matic. I don't think that link's gonna work, but matter of fact, here's a better link. I got a better link. Here we go. Disregard that link. Disregard that link. This is a better one. There we go. Try that link right there. Straight to it. Straight like that. Try that link right there. Who That for Life? That's the better link right there. Forget that Facebook link. Don't worry about that one. All right, so let's get down to business. What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? Tell them Isaiah sent you. If you're going to purchase anything from over there, from FID, Fatherhood is Dope. Told you I am pro father all day. So all you dads out there, daddies, fathers, you know, shout out to y'all. Shout out to all you guys. You feel me? All right, so let's get to it. Let's get to it. So Bucs draft class. Bucs draft class. I'll give you the Instagram page too. So Bucs draft class, 2023 draft class. What y'all think? What do you think about the draft class? Huh? The consensus, if you look around, as you look around the grades for the Bucs on multiple football sites, talking heads, the consensus is a B. And like I said, I thought it was a B myself. I thought the Bucs draft class was a B. That's pretty much the consensus around the talking heads and platforms. I believe we had the best draft in the NFC South. We're still the defending champions. Let's not forget that. We are still the defending NFC South with an F, SOUF, NFC South champions. Not South, South. We are still the defending champions. And until week 17 hit in the 2023, we are champions. I don't care what the Aints fans say, the Carolina Kitty Cats or the Falcons. I don't care about what they fan base saying about what happened and all this. We are the champions. We are the champions. We are. Until then, it is what it is. When week 17 hit, we're going to see who the new champions or who, if the Bucs can win the division again. And if you look at the draft class, I believe, just based on going back and looking at the draft classes out of all the teams in the NFC South, we had the best draft overall. Now, the best player, B.J. Robinson, Bryce Young, okay, I get it. But overall, I believe we had the best. We had the best draft class. So that's my take on the overall aspect of Bucs draft class. Now, if you look at the list of people that was drafted, who stands out to y'all? Who has the chance to make the immediate impact, the biggest impact, like right away? Who y'all think can make the biggest impact right away? You know, so exactly, Aaron. I'm gonna address this too. I find that funny. Those of those of you that seen my my mock draft 3.0. Don't forget now, my mock draft 3.0. I'm gonna give y'all the rundown. I like to bring this up because I thought it was pretty cool, right? It's funny how this works out. My mock draft 3.0. Felix and Aduke Umazama, Drew Sanders in the second round, Warren McClendon in the second round, right? Keanu Benton, Tyler Scott, Sean Tucker, Kentrell Clark, Payne Durham, and Yaya Dobby. Dorian Thompson-Robinson and Anthony Ojulari. I think everybody got drafted. Did Kentrell Clark get drafted? I think he did. But everybody that in that draft, in my mock draft 3.0, got drafted. Now think about that for a second. And the funny thing about it, in this mock draft, 3 of the players are on the Bucs team currently. Let that sink in. What's up, T? Big Buck, what up? King Cook, what's up, man? 3 out of the 4 players, 3 players from my mock draft 3.0 is on the Bucs. I hit on 3. Maybe not the actual draft where they were drafted at, but the player. Forget the number, because I had Sean Tucker at 116, and I had Payne Durham at 175, and I had Yaya Dobby at 179. Forget the number. I'm talking about the player. I hit on 3 players in my mock draft 3.0 are currently on the Bucs team. 3. I know Sean Tucker is an undrafted free agent. I don't care. I hit on 3 of them. I hit Logan Hall last year. Could have had Travis Jones, but I hit on Logan Hall last year. I'm gonna keep doing these mock drafts. Apparently, I'm doing something right. At least I'm getting 1 player. But this year, I got 3 of them things. Shout out to Chef Trez. 3 of them things. Go back and look. Go back and look at my mock draft 3.0. 3 players. 3 of them. Pro Football Network mock draft simulator. I hit on 3 of them things. Oh, Mr. Big Pun, what's up? For real? What was I doing on Peter Report? Was it something bad? What up, Brian Woods? Oh, Bucs for Life, you hit on 4? What 4 did you pick? Yeah, Sean Tucker should have been drafted. Absolutely. Mr. Big Pun, was it something bad I did or something? I'll never pop up on their site. I never come across their site. But I find that funny, right? 3 out of 3 players are on the Bucs team. So Mr. Who was that hit on 4? Bucs for Life. What players did you pick? Because we might have the same similarities, right? Because how the draft fell, I was looking at those guys literally like that's gonna help the team. And oh, so they had the same picks. Shout out to Pewter Report. We think alike for that mock draft. They picked the 3 guys that's on the team, Tucker, Durham, and Yaya Dobby. They also picked them too. Well, because look, I don't watch football for the flash or for the clickbaits and all this extra stuff. I literally watch football. I literally watch football for what it is. I'm a fan of the Bucs all day, but I'm a football fan first. So let's go back and look at the Bucs draft class here. Dobby, Jared Palm. Okay, Jared. Okay, Pittsburgh linebacker. Yeah, I thought McClendon would have landed to the Bucs. I thought he was gonna get there. He almost got there, right? They could have drafted him too. Oh yeah, exactly. Steve, come on, man. Come on, Steve. Oh yeah. Passing on Travis Jones was a terrible idea. They should have never They should have never passed on Travis Jones. Never. They could have went back to back Logan Hall and Travis Jones, and they did not do that. They didn't do it. They didn't. I don't, for whatever reason, they didn't want Travis Jones. I don't get it. They picked up Luke Gedeke. And it's so funny, my mock draft 2.0, I had Raheem Jarrett in the 5th round, and I had Yaya Dabi in the 6th round. That's my mock draft 2.0. So my mock draft 2.0 picked 2 players that's currently on the Bucs. And then my mock draft 1.0, I didn't hit on any of them. I didn't hit on no players in my mock draft 1.0. My mock draft 2.0, I had Raheem Jarrett and Yaya Dabi on the Bucs in my mock draft 2.0. And then, of course, my mock draft 3.0. I'm bragging about it because I'm happy. Thank you, Steven. It's a nice shirt. Thank you. He said, Steve said, I don't know if I would be bragging about some players that has Jason Light. Come on, Steve. I mean, trenches, right? I mean, at least he addressed the trench. Exactly. He addressed the trenches. Yeah, I'm still not over the Travis Jones situation. Yeah, that hurt me right there, man. I don't like that, man. That was terrible. Man. I did not like that at all, man. Like, for real. That bothered me big time. I don't know why the Bucs passed on Travis Jones. I don't know what was that about. Some weirdness right there. I thought that was corny. It didn't make any sense because they had to double back this year and draft 2 guys on the defensive line. They could have addressed that with Travis Jones. If they would have got Travis Jones last year, they could have got, you know what I'm saying? They could have, you feel me? They would have had, Travis Jones, Kalashi Clancy, Logan Hall, Tryon Stoinka, Yaya Dabi, it might would have changed the trajectory, but you get what I'm saying. It would have been 5 young guys. It would have been 5 young guys. It'd have been 5 young guys. It would have been Travis Jones, Logan Hall, Joe Tryon Stoinka, right? Kalashi Clancy, and Yaya Dabi. You would have instant 5 guys under 25 years old on the D-line. You would have had your 5 technique and Travis Jones, your defensive tackle, or your DN, if you want to call it that. Travis Jones can play in the middle too. He can play the 0 tech, 1 tech. But that's besides the point. I think Travis Jones, hopefully he'll turn out to be a good player. I think he will. We'll see. But let's get back to the Bucs draft picks. And then we'll talk about the undrafted picks as well. He drafted Luke Gedeke. That was terrible. Terrible. That was terrible. You could have got Luke Gedeke in the 4th round. Now they're going to throw him out there at right tackle. We'll get into that. They're going to throw him out there at right tackle with 32 1/4 arms. All right. He about to pan out. I'm telling you that right now. They're going to be back picking the right tackle because, Tristan Wirfs going to the left tackle. So here's the Bucs draft class. Kalashi Clancy, 1st round, Pittsburgh. Cody Mulch, 2nd round, guard, North Dakota State. Yaya Dabi, Louisville, 3rd round. Sir Dennis, 5th round. Payne Durham, 5th round. Josh Hayes, 6th round. Trey Palmer, 6th round. Jose Ramirez, 6th round outside linebacker. Trey Palmer, receiver. Josh Hayes, DB. Payne Durham, tight end. Sir Dennis, inside linebacker. So I gave it a B. That's a B. But here's the funny thing. Now the Bucs got 4 D linemen under 25. What up, William? They got 4 D linemen under 25. Tryon Stoinka, Logan Hall, Clancy, Yaya Dobby. And even next year, go back to the D line next year. Outside line, but go back next year. Edge D line, D line. Every year in the first 3 rounds, you keep drafting D linemen. You're gonna need somebody for Shaq Barrett. On the other side, right? Keep drafting D linemen. I hope not. I hope we don't sign William Ghostin again. For what? For what? Yeah, Jason. Jason, like, he has this thing. He wants to be the smartest GM in the NFL, and it's like he's trying to prove a point. And he's literally trying to prove a point that I could take a small school tackle and move him to guard. He gets. I don't know what's up. He's trying to act like he's one of the top GMs in the NFL by trying to prove a point. And you did that last year, and that was a terrible decision. Picking a tackle from a small school and moving him to guard. I'm talking about Luke Gedeke. That was terrible. Everybody saw that coming. When he got picked in the second round, most of the Bucs fan base was like, what? Why him? And you traded up to get him. Central Michigan, he wasn't on nobody's radar. Nobody's radar. Stupid. That was a terrible decision. And then you threw him out there at guard, left guard, and it backfired big time. Backfired. It was so bad that you had to bench him by saying he's injured. That man wasn't injured. He just was terrible at guard. Terrible. He was so bad you had to go back in this draft and draft another guard. Not just a guard. The guy played left tackle at North Dakota State. Top Division I, top FCS school. But now you taking that guy that played tackle at North Dakota State at the highest level at FCS, and now you're moving him to right guard. So you're doing it again. Now, the difference between Cody Mulch, I will say this, the difference between Cody Mulch and Luke Gedeke. Luke Gedeke was not even hyped. He didn't even have no great tape at Central Michigan, to be honest with you. But at least with Cody Mulch, you saw him, if you paid attention to the Senior Bowl, or going against a lot of draft class, a lot of his peers that were drafted. A lot of the guys that was at the Senior Bowl was drafted on the D line, nose tackle, D tackle, defensive. A lot of them got drafted out there, and he was going up against quality competition that whole entire week. That's how he made his name. Luke Gedeke didn't do that. Luke Gedeke did not have nowhere near the talent that Cody Mulch had. Go watch the Senior Bowl, or go watch the Senior Bowl practice. Go watch Cody Mulch going against Jalen Redmond, DJ Dale, all these guys that got drafted in this draft class. Cody Mulch held his own. That's how he got drafted in the second round. I would say drafting Cody Mulch was leaps and bounds better than drafting Luke Gedeke in the second round. That's what they're banking on. They banking on Cody Mulch being like an Ali Marpet. Come right in and be effective at right guard. This time at right guard. Because remember that Ali Marpet can play right guard too. He played right guard. Then he play center, then he played left guard. So he can play the guard. Cody Mulch can play any position on the O-line. And they banking on Cody Mulch to be like Ali Marpet. Literally. And then on top of that, Jason Light was like, We'll see how he pan out at guard, and if that doesn't work out well, we can move him to center. I'm just saying. But they expecting Cody Marsh to come right in, because remember, when Ali Marpet got drafted in the second round, he came right in and didn't have any problems. From day one, Ali Marpet didn't have no problems. From Hobart College, didn't have no problems adjusting to the NFL in the interior. He was strong. He was quick. Nice hands, strong hands. Don't be surprised Cody Marsh be the second best lineman on the team. Here's the thing. If Cody Marsh can come in and play at the level of Tristan Wirfs at guard, and the irony, Luke Gedeke is playing right tackle. Cody Marsh going to be playing right guard. The irony, two guys back-to-back years, tackles in college, guard, the other playing tackle. Think about that for a second. They're gonna be playing right next to each other. Right now. And a lot of the premier pass rushers line up on that side of the ball. Their left side, which is the Bucs' right side of the offense. And if Luke Gedeke doesn't do well at right tackle, oh my gosh. You will hope that if the Luke Gedeke is going to be our Donovan Smith at right tackle or DeMar Dotson at right tackle, you will hope that Cody Marsh is the Ali Marpet to clean up Luke Gedeke's terrible blocking, run blocking, pass blocking. And then for those of you that like to use week 17 or game 17 against the Atlanta Falcons to justify Luke Gedeke at right tackle, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. What's up, Roy? Stu. Jay Ellis, you should be ashamed of yourself using the Atlanta Falcons game, a meaningless game. Well, not to say like that, but you using that game to justify Luke Gedeke at right tackle? Are you serious? You got to be kidding me. That's your reasoning for Luke Gedeke playing right tackle? The jury is still out on him. Cover 2 spot. I got you. Sandoval 813. That is not a reason to justify Luke Gedeke playing right tackle. The jury is up on him still. This is it for him. Rudolph Williams, what's up, man? You're late. Right tackle is still a question. Left guard is still a question. Right tackle, left guard, question marks. And if you want to throw the Cody Marsh situation in there, okay. So the Bucs O-line still got question marks, even after the draft. This is not like the Cleveland Browns O-line. They had 3 or 4 Pro Bowlers. Joe Bonito, Jadarick Willis. They had the center, Shredder. They had the right tackle, Conklin, right? Or right guard, whatever. Cleveland O-line was leaps and bounds better overall than the Bucs. And they had a better running game. And he had Chubb and Kareem Hunt. He ain't got that over here. He got Tristan Wirfs and everybody, and Ryan Jensen coming off an injury, and 3 other positions that most likely you could say question marks. But 2 on the O-line for a fact is a question mark. Right tackle and left guard. Well, Robert Haynes is playing left guard. Okay, that's cool. But remember, 32nd ranked run game. That ain't saying much. Hainsley needed to add some weight to him. Now, he didn't allow no sacks, but he wasn't like game changer on the O-line at center. He need to add some weight on them trunks. Because the Bucs, people don't understand, the Bucs running game was terrible. 32nd in the NFL. That O-line was not good, folks. And Haseley played 17 games. Luke Gedeke played a lot of games. And that's even with the all-pro Tristan Wirfs. The running game was still terrible. With Mr. Holden, Donovan Smith, and we'll get to him in a second. The reason why I'm focused on the O-line, folks, because that's one of the biggest question marks along with quarterback and OC with the Bucs. This is not the Cleveland Brown O-line. This is not the Cleveland Brown run game. We don't have the Cleveland Brown running attack. Do you see Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubb back there behind Baker Mayfield and Kyle Trask? Do you see Cleveland O-line in front of Kyle Trask and Baker Mayfield? No. Question marks. Right tackle, left guard. Period. It is what it is, and probably maybe at right guard too, but, you know, may the force be with you. Right guard. Cody Marshall going to play right guard. Now, third round, Yaya Dobby. I think he's going to get a lot of playing time. Is it me or Yaya Dobby is going to get a lot of playing time? Watch. Watch. Who's with me? I think Yaya Dobby going to get some playing time. And the reason why I say it is because Shaq Barrett coming off injury, Joe Tryon, jury out on him. I think Yaya Dobby is going to get some playing time. And if Joe Tryon Stoinka don't get his act together and Yaya Dobby come in that thing, rip dip, it's over. Get him out of here. You back up, Joe Tryon. You the backup. You good for 4 or 5 sacks a season. We done seen guys like Joe Tryon, athletic, long, just can't put it all together. We done seen guys like Yaya Dobby going later rounds and end up being a better player. I'm telling you right now, if Yaya Dobby come in that training camp, in them joint practices, and I'm going to be down there, and in them preseason games, rip dip, oh boy, I'm going to be looking at Tryon like, all right, man, back up. You cannot be scared to move on from a player. It's Joe Tryon third year. You mean to tell me if Yaya Dobby come in on his rookie season and look just as good as Joe Tryon in year 3? Oh, that's a problem. Exactly. Joe Tryon, he's not terrible, but he might just be a rotational piece. It is what it is, folks. His third year, he got to put up or shut up. There's no excuses because his first year, it was like, oh, JPP taking too many snaps. I said that. A lot of us said that. JPP was in the way, taking too many snaps in 2020. I mean, in 2021. Taking too many snaps from Joe Tryon Stoinka. Four sacks his rookie season. Part-time player. So we thinking like, oh, he had 4 sacks as a rookie. So we projected about 7 to 9 right there in the second season as a full-time starter in 2022. And what did we see? Rip over pursuit. Going up the field. Y'all remember the play when Joe Tryon, JTS got shook by the quarterback? Who was it? Was it Brock Purdy? Was it Brock Purdy that shook JTS? Remember, it was like he was right there. He got shook. I think it was it Brock Purdy? Was it Brock Purdy? Or was it Joe Burrow? He was right there for the sack. Y'all remember the play? He was right there for the sack, right there in the man's face, and got shook. It was like, oh my God, what are you doing? Like what? At that moment, I knew PJ Walker. Exactly. What quarterback was that? Because if you watch Joe Tryon closely, up the field, runs himself out of the play. I think it was Brock Purdy. It was somebody that he had a sack. It was Burrow. Had the sack. A little Uzi move, and it was like, you over here. Like, what are you over there for? Why are you over here? What would you do? Do I need to bring that play up on NFL Plus? Do I need to bring that play up? Because I would go find that play. It was terrible. It was like, you right there for the sack. He gave him the Doocy. He over there. Like, why are you way over there? The sack is right here. You over there trying to, you can't sack nobody over there. You can't sack nobody over there, Joe. You can't, JTS, you can't sack nobody dancing over there. And then a lot of times he over there dancing with the right tackle. You know, I got a question for Todd Bowles. How come he didn't use Tryon on the other side? It was Burrow. I thought it was Burrow. It was Purdy or Burrow, or might have been one of them. Why didn't Todd Bowles move Joe Tryon to the other side when Shaq Berry got hurt? Why was he using Anthony Nelson and Carl Nassib a lot over there? Why can't he just switch up the Tryon sometimes a little bit more and move him around a little bit? and what's so funny is Joe Tryon's play is the reason why the Bucs went back to the edge with Yaya Dobby, a possible third round steal. We've seen guys like Yaya Dobby drafted in the third, fourth round become pretty decent right away. If Yaya Dobby turns out to be a James Houston, Tryon in trouble. Tryon in trouble. Them drafting Yaya Dobby is letting Tryon know, and also the Shaq Barrett, protect them from Shaq Barrett next year because they can get away from that contract next year. That contract is terrible. Terrible. Now, I'm not trying to get on Shaq Barrett like that. We know what happened with Shaq Barrett. I'm just saying I'm just talking about business. So drafting Yaya Dobby protects the Bucs on both ends. Shaq Barrett situation with his contract, and also Joe Tryon. Shout out to Shaq Barrett. Hopefully everybody's still praying for him. But I'm telling you right now, if Yaya Dobby turns out to be a James Houston, if those of you don't know who I'm talking about, James Houston is the Detroit outside linebacker from, I think he was from Jackson State. Rookie, 9.5 sacks. 9.5 sacks. Came out of nowhere. Rip, dip. Sack. Like, what? Well, why can't the Bucs get that? Why can't the Bucs get guys like that? Why can't we get guys like that after round 3? Y'all know how many draft classes I've been through with the Buccos locker. We have yet to find a guy after round 2 to get a lot of sacks. Think about that for a second. For the several years I've been doing this platform right here, we have yet to get a guy in the draft to get sacks on the edge. Why is that? Meanwhile, all these other teams just keep drafting guys, or draft guys in the second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth round. Rip dip, 7 sacks, 8 sacks, 9 sacks. Like, why can't we get guys that on the edge to sack the quarterback? Can anybody name me a player that the Bucs draft? Since I've been doing this platform since 2016, or 17, on the edge to rush the passer. Remember Noah Spence, Devontae Bond, All these guys, Jason Light, he was a GM. Can't get it right. For whatever reason, he can't get the edge right. Rip, dip. Why can't we get guys to get to the quarterback on the edge? Swim move. Slap, swim. Slap. Slap, swim. Warren Sapp, pat, pat, pat. Why can't we get guys like that? Why can't we get a Dexter Lawrence, Christian Wilkins, Jeffrey Simmons, Leonard Williams, Quentin Williams? Why can't we get guys? James Houston. Why can't we get guys just get to the quarterback? We had to go get Shaq. We had to go get Shaq. We had to go get JPP. We had to go get Ndamukong Suh. What is the issue, Jason Light? Jermaine Johnson, Rashad Gary, Harold Landry, Matthew Judons, Brian Burns. What's the issue? What's the issue? Preston Smith, Josh Sweat, Montez Sweat, Jonathan Allen, Deron Payne, Micah Parsons, DeMarcus Lawrence. What's the issue? A Leonard Floyd type. It's going down the list, man. It's going down the list. Josh Allen. Bosa brothers, DeForest Buckner, Eric Armstead. I am going George Kalafis, Chris Jones, your boy from Seattle, Unsawat, whatever his name is. Marcus Golden. Ed Oliver, Gregory Rousseau. Jaden Phillips from Miami. Carl Lawson. Why can't we get guys? Max Crosby's. What's the issue? What is the issue? So hopefully Yaya Davi on the edge can get back there. I mean, we need dogs. like Salvi said, we need dogs. I think we got a couple of them. Sir Dennis, the 5th round pick, inside linebacker. I think he's going to play early. Special teams. He reminds me of Levante David. Small linebacker, fast. And Todd Bowles like those type of guys. He's going to get some playing time. Yeah. We'll address the Devin White situation a little bit, but Sir Dennis, he kind of got that 6 foot, 225, 230-pound type build, fast. Hey, man. KJ Britt, you in trouble. You in trouble. You're in trouble. Payne Durham. I think he's going to play. I think he's going to get in front of Cole Keith. I think Payne Durham is going to get in front of Cole Keith because he's faster. Well, I ain't saying much, but he got better hands. He can catch in traffic, and he's a red zone. The Bucs need a red zone tight end. That was missing from the Bucs too. Remember, the Bucs red zone was terrible. Yeah, Bassmaster. Yeah, he's built like a strong safety, but he didn't test well. That's why he failed so far. And he's small. You can't be small and slow. But he got good short area quickness, but you 6 foot 200 and about 25 pounds, and guys that are bigger than you are running faster. Bigger, taller, longer, running faster. That means there is a lack of athleticism with Sir Dennis to a degree. He has a ceiling. That was the issue with Sir Dennis. That's why he went in the 5th round. Because when you look at his measurables, he should be in the 4.5, like 2. But Payne, back to Durham Payne, I think he's going to jump in front of Cole Keith. Because the Bucs didn't have no red zone tight end. No, good red zone tight end. And the Bucs tight end room last year was terrible. Terrible. My goodness. Terrible. The Bucs, no offense, they had one of the worst tight end rooms in the league. No threats. Cameron Brate, Cade Otton, Cole Keith. Nobody was scared of the Bucs tight ends. Absolutely no threat at tight end in the red zone. Period. Now, Cade Otton going through his 2nd year and all that. Maybe he improved, but bruh. And what's not going to help Cade Otton is the quarterback situation. This is why I keep telling y'all about the Bucs quarterback situation. Bottom 5 in the NFL. And you guys are being optimistic. That's all fine and dandy, but the reality is the Bucs quarterback situation is bottom 5. However you want to spin the narrative, make yourself believe, and well, Baker Mayfield, Cal Trask, this, oh my gosh, no. As that's not even factoring in the OC. I keep bringing y'all back in. Bucs quarterback situation is one of the worst in the NFL, and you really believe we're going to become really, really good offensively. So it's going to hurt Payne and Cole Keith and Cade Otton. The Bucs tight end, even with Durham Payne Durham, it's still bottom 7. Even with the rookie in the 5th round, it's still bottom 7. So the Bucs got a bottom 5 quarterback room. They have a bottom 7 tight end group. That's not good. And a bottom 10 running game. That's not good. Top 5 roster. Where is that now? I'm giving y'all the reality. Facts over feelings. Numbers don't lie and tape don't lie. You can spend that mess somewhere else. It don't work over here. I don't see nobody screaming top 5 roster now. Anyway, let's get back to the draft here. 6th round, Josh Hayes. Exactly, Bassmaster. The defense is going to have to carry the team. I mean, going to have to play lights out. I mean, you ain't scoring over, forget 21. You ain't scoring over 18. The defense is going to have to play like that for the Bucs to win games because they ain't winning no shootouts. Exactly, Bassmaster. The Bucs ain't winning no shootouts. Let's get this out the way. With Baker Mayfield, Cal Trask, what shootout? The more Baker Mayfield throw the ball, interception. We had that with Jameis Winston. But the difference between Jameis Winston and Baker Mayfield, Jameis Winston was a bigger playmaker than Baker Mayfield. The more Baker Mayfield throw the ball, the more interceptions he's going to throw. Since 2017, 18-ish, number 1 in interceptions. 64. 14 in 5 years. So the more he throws the ball, the more he's going to turn the ball over. And he don't have Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt in the Browns O-line in front of him. Now the Bucs don't got that. The Bucs not winning no shootouts. Baker, we just had that with Winston. Winston threw a lot of interceptions. Yeah, it was Bruce Arians, stupid, no risky, no biscuit, but at least Jameis Winston had firepower in the arm. Baker Mayfield ain't got no firepower in his arm. Baker Mayfield need a running game. He needs that to be effective. Let's be real, folks. Even with all the interceptions, Winston put up points. There is no denying that. Winston put up points. Put up points. Baker Mayfield don't do that. Why? Limitations physically. And he don't have the arm to be chucking the ball around like that. And he not playing in the no risky, no biscuit. Even before the no risky, no biscuit, the Bucs offense was top 10. Before Bruce Arians got there. Remember Dort Cutter, Todd Monken? Who was the quarterback? Baker Mayfield ain't putting up no 28 points a game. Kyle Trask ain't putting up no 28 points a game. Let's be real. Cut the crap. What are we doing here? What are we? This is facts. When have Baker Mayfield ever put up that many points? Don't worry, I'll wait. Josh Hayes. DB. I don't know if he's going to get on the field. Special teams at best. His tape didn't look good. But he got drafted. So shout out to Josh Hayes. But it's the reason why he fell that far. So remember, anything after the 5th round, like 5th round and beyond, 5th, 6th, 7th round, undrafted free agent, you just, it's a long shot. It's a long shot. It's a long shot for, I hate to say this, but Sir Dennis and Payne Durham. I think Payne Durham's going to make the roster. Josh Hayes to make the roster. Now, here's the next two. Interesting picks right here. 3 6th-round picks, by the way. Josh Hayes was one of them. He's the first one. 10 picks later, they picked up Trey Palmer. Now, we do have Devin Tompkins. 54-yard return last year. That ain't saying much. Because outside of that return, I mean, now Trey Palmer, he has a really good chance of making the roster. Trey Palmer got a really good chance of making the roster as a returner and possibly getting on that field a little earlier than expected, because I think Russell Gage, for whatever reason, I think he's going to get hurt again. I'm not wishing nothing bad on nobody, but Russell Gage, man, he's been a disappointment, man. That's a lot of money. And he had to kind of restructure that contract, because they was like, hey, man, we paying you some bread, but you ain't, your production ain't matching up to that. So let's restructure the contract, and you can get the rest of the money by incentives, by meeting checkpoints. That's how much they thought about Russell Gage. You gave him 3 years, $30 million, $20 million guaranteed. You had to restructure his contract. And you know when they restructure your contract, that means it ain't matching up to the production. Anytime you see restructures around the league, for the most part, it's because of production. Your production and the money don't add up. And if you don't take a restructure, we gonna have to eat that money. It's business. What's up? I am Jamal. We got Atlanta Falcons fan in the building. I am Jamal. Jamal Anderson. Remember that? Dirty Bird. Falcons fan showing me some love. But I think Trey Palmer is going to make the roster. I know it's a stretch, but hey, I'm just picking him out. I don't make decisions. I'm just picking him out. And what do my eyes tell me? And on top of that, the Bucs ain't got no speed at receiver. We ain't got no game breakers. Look, Mike Evans, he's good. Chris Godwin is great. Russell Gage is Russell Gage. I think it's because he's a Falcon. I think I just can't get with the Russell Gage situation. I don't even know what's up with that. I can't get with the Russell Gage thing, man. I don't get it. It's just like the Julio Jones, the Julio Fulio. I couldn't get with it. Did anybody buy Julio Jones jersey? Did anybody buy a Julio Jones jersey? Did anybody buy a Russell Gage jersey? Did anybody buy a Julio Jones or a Russell Gage jersey? I can't get with the Russell Gage situation. The contract, the production, and then he in training camp, he couldn't get with the program. I just don't get with it. Tev Sports and Gaming. Toxic Falcons fan. We got Falcons fans. We got some Falcons fans. Shout out to the Falcons fans. So y'all give me some. So give me some more information on Russell Gage. Y'all know way more about Russell Gage than I do. I can't get with him for whatever reason. I just can't get. When what I see on the field. Hashtag what did your eyes tell you? When I seen him on the field, I just didn't see it. And what did I tell y'all when we signed him? This is why I like the Trey Palmer signing. What did I tell y'all? What did I tell you about Russell Gage? When we signed him to that contract, I was like, he was the best receiver on a terrible team. You really think you're going to get that type of Russell? Once again, every time I'm gonna keep doing it. I'm gonna keep doing it. I called it out. We signed Russell Gage. What did I tell y'all? He was a overpaid, overrated receiver on a bad team. We paid Russell Gage because of the Atlanta Falcons production. Let's be real. We saw the numbers at Atlanta. Atlanta had nobody to throw the ball to. Let's be real. Who was they going to throw the ball to? Of course, Russell Gage is going to get all the receptions. He played with Julio Jones and Calvin Ridley. Did y'all really think y'all was going to get the Russell Gage that played with those guys? No, I told y'all this. Buckles Locker, check. Look, I don't get everything right, but I do get some things right. Hashtag what does your eyes tell you? And I play receiver. I know what my eyes tell me. Russell Gage is not that guy, pal. He's not that guy, pal. And as you can look at the restructure, right? You could tell the Bucs thought about it. You could tell they thought about it because they gave him a restructure. They thought about getting rid of him. They thought about, you know what? Let's just move on from this. Let's just eat the money. It's 2023. Let's just eat the money and we'll get somebody else. That's why this Trey Palmer signing or this drafting Trey Palmer, don't be surprised Trey Palmer just all of a sudden just become this crazy, right? $30 million, $20 million guaranteed. You know where that could have went? D-line. Should have went to the D-line. That money that Russell Gage is getting should have went to the D-line or O-line. Let's be real. Yeah, Tyler Johnson. You had other guys. You didn't need Russell Gage. What was that about, Tom Brady? We gotta please Tom Brady. Yeah, you screwed your. That was part of the reason why your salary cap was terrible. Russell Gage contract. Russell Gage contract is a part of the salary cap screw up. Committing $150 million. You mean to tell me you are paying? Remember that graph I gave y'all? The Bucs receiving core, money wise. I think number one in the NFL, you're paying a ton of money to the receiving core. You don't build teams like that. You don't build teams by the most of your cap is receivers. Most of your cap hit is receivers. What team does that? When I saw the graph, I was like, there's no way the Bucs committing that much money to the receiving core. They did. You know what? You know what it hurt? It hurt every other position, specifically O-line, D-line. Ton of money in the receiving corps. What? Jason, what are you doing? What are you doing, Jason? You don't build teams. You don't build teams on the outside, inside, outside, inside. You don't do that. It's inside out. What are we doing? Jason Light, cut it out with the receiver crap. Anyway, and the Jose Ramirez, the last 6th-round pick. Eastern Michigan, 6'1"ish, about 240. He had 12 sacks last year. Undersized, strong. He could make the roster too. So out of the 3 6th-round picks, I think Trey Palmer has the best chance to make the roster. Now, Jose Ramirez, he can make the roster too. Special teams. Start out, you got to start there because 5th, 6th, 7th round, undrafted, special teams. Let's be real. Let's be real. Special teams, you got to start there. You got to make the first 3 rounds, that's where you pretty much make your starters at. Most of the starters come from the first 3 rounds. 4th round is like, you got a little percentage there. And once you get to the 5th round, 6th round, 7th round, undrafted free agent, that number drops really low. Really low. So I give it a B. So the first 3 picks are, to me, well, first 2 are starters. Yaya Dabi is a rotational piece, a heavy rotational piece. You know what's so funny? I'm gonna give y'all the list of schools that Jason Light, the Bucs GM, he's drafted in this draft. Pittsburgh, North Dakota State, Louisville, Pittsburgh, Purdue, Kansas State, Nebraska, Eastern Michigan. I gave the draft class a B. Pittsburgh, North Dakota State, Louisville, Purdue, Kansas State, Nebraska, Eastern Michigan. Don't get me wrong. I mean, not every school is going to have the top level players. Some schools are going to have okay players, and some schools are going to have good players on a bad team or an okay team. But look, if you want to do a quantitative or qualitative point of view, we can do both. Quantitative, you look at the numbers. Facts, data, statistics, numbers driven. But also on the flip side, you can look at the qualitative point of view. Just kind of, maybe this guy can be, he's pretty decent. Subjective thinking, right? To me, Jason Light, in general, as a whole, I think he does a lot of subjective drafting, like hoping. Instead of going with the obvious picks, the production, the quantitative, type thought process, he goes with a lot of subjective drafting, like, I think this guy's good. He doesn't, big schools, for whatever reason, that's not his thing. He wants to go a step below or a couple steps below the big schools. Anyway, let's get to the Bucs undrafted free agents. That's a whole ton of them. I don't know if this is official, but Sean Tucker, who I like, Ronnie Brown, Jakeem Jarrett, I like him too. Cade Warner, Kurt Warner's son, Ryan Miller, Tay Barber. I think Tay Barber got signed to the Chargers. I think he went to the Chargers. Tanner Tatula. Let me go back to Tay. Let me look at Tay Barber real quick. I think he's with the Chargers now. I think the Chargers picked him up. Let me go back and look. Did the tape already go to the Chargers? I think he did. No, he went to the Bucs. I'm thinking it was the other receiver from TCU. But anyway, so Silas Densaya, Luke Haggard, Chris Murray, Jeremy Banks from Tennessee, Nelson Ambassador, Brandon Boyer Randall, Derek Pitts Jr., Kayvon Mayweather, Keenan Isaac, Chris Eason, Jake Bates, and Evan Deckers. Now, out of all these guys, undrafted, the only two guys that can possibly make the roster. Well, I think Sean Tucker gonna make the roster. Come on, let's be real. Jakeem Jarrett, or practice squad. But Sean Tucker is the biggest one that stands out. I thought he was a draftable running back. For whatever reasons, he didn't get drafted. For whatever reasons, but he's with the Bucs now. Sean Tucker has the best chance out of all the undrafted free agents to make the team. The best chance. Not saying that he will be the only one, but the numbers show, history shows, the data shows, being an undrafted free agent, you just don't. There's a small chance you're gonna make the team. Very small. Oh, okay, heart condition. See, I didn't go that deep with Sean Tucker. So that is the reason why he didn't get drafted. Teams got scared of his medical record. See, what did I tell y'all? When you are a player of so much talent and you go in the 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th round or undrafted, it's something off the field in medical. What did I tell y'all? Thank you, Bassmaster. Thank you, Ajani. Medical problem. Sean Tucker has a heart problem. There you go. The medical report came back and team said no thanks. He's a draftable running back. But because of medical, he went undrafted. Because you don't take the risk on guaranteeing money to a player with a heart condition. So I'm reading it right now. Shout out to outside-leverage.com. Tucker's heart condition, this is off the website, proved to be a major obstacle for his draft prospects. If he didn't have that heart problem, he would have been drafted. He was diagnosed with a rare heart defect before the draft, which led to some teams being hesitant to draft him. There hasn't been a clear resolution as to whether the medical exemption will affect his ability to play long term. Exactly, Jay Ellis. I was just about to bring that up. Having a heart problem? Oh, man. If Sean Tucker didn't have that, 2nd, 3rd round. His film is crazy. His film is nice. His film is like 2nd, 3rd round type film. But because of the medical condition, teams was like, we cannot guarantee you money, and we don't want that DeMar Hamlin situation. It's going to be a long shot, but I think he can make it. I got faith. He got $155,000 guaranteed. The Bucs could have drafted a running back in the 3rd round, the 5th round, even in the 6th round, but they didn't. And if you look at the Bucs running back situation. I mean, why Sean Tucker can't jump to the top? At least number 2. He got better tape than Keyshawn Vaughn. Sean Tucker got better tape than Keyshawn Vaughn. That's a fact. Medical condition. That's a damn shame. He has an ongoing heart issue. So he got to get cleared all the way. So now, if you factor that in, that's a long shot. But if he can make the team, he's going to be a pro. Sean Tucker's fast. One anonymous executive said, "This sounds like it's not going away. Essentially, he could be done." Sean Tucker did not participate in drills at the combine due to an undisclosed medical issue, notably recorded and released his independent pro day video via social media last month. There hasn't been much clarity surrounding the nature of his ailment until recently. I'm going to repeat this what the anonymous executive said. "This sounds like it's not going away. Essentially, he can be done." "5'9", 207 pounds. Track runner. 1,496 yards. He had 44 runs with 10 plus yards. Sean Tucker. We're talking about Sean Tucker. It's sad, folks. It's sad. I hope that story turns out to be good. But if he didn't have that problem, he gets drafted no later than the 3rd round. Absolutely, Bassmaster. Absolutely. His tape. Crazy tape. Crazy. His tape is crazy. Way better tape than Keyshawn Vaughn. He had 44 runs with 10 or more yards. If he can make the team, woo-wee. Heart condition. Man. Anyway, now Sean Tucker is a risky. Well, he's not. He didn't cost the Bucs a draft pick. I think if he didn't have that heart condition, the Bucs would have drafted him. They would have drafted him probably in the 5th round, maybe the 3rd. I don't know. But it is an extremely risky situation. You got to make the team. And shout out to Sean Tucker. I hope he make the team. And someone else brought up Jeremy Banks. Jeremy Banks and Raheem Jarrett. Those two are tricky. Talented, but I think he has some off-the-field issues. Jeremy Banks. I told y'all, when you go undrafted, there is something really going on with you. Physically or medically. Or off the field when you go undrafted or later rounds, especially if you got talent and you go undrafted. Whew. 1, 2, Reaper coming for you. Finally. Free base. Yep. Shout out to Reaper Rail. Yeah, but I think Jeremy Banks had, somebody mentioned it, off the field issues. And I don't even know why Raheem Jarrett didn't get drafted. Maybe just, I don't know. Some of these guys, they got talent, but I mean, off the field issues or medical. I don't see him making the team. I don't see him making the team. But there's a possibility. And Jakeem Jarrett is 6 foot, 192. Like, what was the issue with him not making the team? I mean, not getting drafted. Got a nice size and everything. I mean, I guess he didn't test well. Well, there you go. Arm length. His catch radius is small. Average route tree. Not a willing blocker. Doesn't always use his hands. He's a body catcher. He's small and what? Yeah, so. Oh, more pop up, man. Oh, happy birthday. Happy birthday, buddy. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. It's your birthday. It's your birthday. I'm in the kitchen. It's your birthday. So, yeah. So, Hakeem Jarrett didn't test well. He didn't test well. His height, 36 percentile. Weight, 27 percentile. Hands, 49 percentile. Arm, 38 percentile. Wingspan, 43 percentile. Broad jump, 64th percentile. Vertical, 51 percentile. Bench, 35 percentile. His 40 was 73 percentile. His 10-yard split was 85th percentile. So he didn't test well. Yeah. That's why he went undrafted. It's your birthday. It's your birthday. I'm in the kitchen. Yeah, so there you have it, folks. Yeah, body catcher. Yeah, so he's small. Yeah, so the report says it lists him 6 foot 190, but I don't think he's that big. I'm looking at it right now. He looks smaller than he looked my size, damn near. Yeah, small guy. Carlos Smith, what's up, buddy? Exactly, King Cook. It's your birthday. It's your birthday. I'm in the kitchen. All I want about birthday is a dumb. I'm just saying. I'm just going with the song. I ain't singing no happy birthday to you, but I'm going that route with you. I'm going that route. It's your birthday. It's your birthday. Yeah, I'm in the kitchen. But yeah. So I don't know if Raheem Jarrett's gonna make the team, but possibility, but it's not a great chance. Not a great chance. He got small hands. His wingspan is not that great. So the write-up on Jonathan Banks is not good either. I mean, Jeremy Banks, I'm sorry. The write-up on Jeremy Banks is not good either. He's in yams everywhere. Yams everywhere. Yams. Can I get to the yams? Sweet candies. Show me the way. I got bills to pay. Can I get to the yams? Sweet yams. Show me the way. I got bills to pay. Oh boy. Can I get to the yams? Sweet yams. Show me the way. David, what's up? David Arbuckle, Jay Young, Grislow, Cameron Hodges. What's up, man? So Jeremy Banks did get dismissed by the Tennessee Volunteers. Well, that's what the report's saying. Allegedly for harassing a barman outside the bar. Jeremy Banks, what you doing? Come on, man. Jeremy Banks, really? So both which involved, so Banks was fighting Herndon Hooker support allegedly. Got into an argument with Herndon Hooker. So he has a temper. Hey, Jeremy Banks. Also, he was possibly fighting over NIL money. Joe Milton III got in between them. Some going as far as to say that he broke Banks' jaw. Banks was suspended for fighting Hooker. The final piece, Banks got suspended. Damn. So Banks got some issues. Somebody leaked the information. The full story is not out there. But the drama behind Banks is there since 2019. That's not good. That's not good. He got a lot of trail mix there. And when you have that type of trail mix and you're not that good, oh, that's a no-no. That's a no-no. You know how the story goes. When you go undrafted, medical, you didn't test well, off the field. And in Jeremy Banks' case, off the field, buddy. You didn't get drafted because you got you got some stuff going on with a woman, teammates, and come on over. Come on over to my place. Teddy P. Don't get me started now. Teddy Pendergrass was a beast. Curtis Mayfield too. Curtis Mayfield is a beast. Teddy Pendergrass and Curtis Mayfield. Yeah. Isaac Hayes. Yep. Back in the day. A lot of people sample those guys. Did y'all know a lot of rappers sampled those guys in the 70s? Mm-hmm. Yes. The real R&B music, 70s, 80s, and 90s was the real R&B music. A lot of rappers today is sampling songs from the 70s, 80s, and 90s. But yeah, Jeremy Banks got some, exactly, we'll make it even simpler, character issues. His chances of making a team, I ain't slim to none. I'm just saying. But in all, the Bucs draft class, the draft class itself was a B. The undrafted class, the only person that I really see making the team, just from the eye test and what the Bucs need, is Sean Tucker. Now the Raheem Jarrett, the Jeremy Banks, cool. Y'all like them? Okay, cool. But don't hold your breath. Don't hold your breath on those guys. Even the safety, Kavon Merriweather. Don't hold your breath. Don't hold your breath. Just keeping it real. Because we can start from the bottom up. Bucs kick returner, punt returner. Devin Tompkins, Trey Palmer. You ain't keeping three of them, right? No, I haven't. Long snapper, Zach Triner. Punter, Jake Kamada. Kickers, Chase McGloin. Free safety, Antoine Winfield Jr., D. Delaney, Nolan Turner. Strong safety, Ryan Neal. They got Josh Hayes listed because he played that in college too. Nickelback, he played nickelback in college. You got D. Delaney, Zion McCullough. Cornerback, Jamel Dean, Carlton Davis, Zion McCullough, Anthony Chelsea, and Don Gardner. Number 36. Inside linebacker, Levante David, Devin White, KJ Britt, Sir Dennis, and JJ Russell. I think Sir Dennis can get up there. I think he can get KJ Britt. KJ Britt, you on the clock, buddy. Edge rushers, Shaq Barrett, Joe Triansto Inca, Anthony Nelson, Yaya Dobby, Jose Ramirez, Cam Gill. Cam Gill, you in trouble. Defensive tackle, Logan Hall, Greg Gaines. Nose tackle, Vita and Dietrich Sanat. Defensive end, Kalijah Clancy, Greg Gaines, Pat O'Connor. Yeah. Center, Ryan Jansen, Robert Hainsley, Nick Leverett, Cody Mulch. This is the depth chart pretty much. Offensive guard, Robert Hainsley, Cody Mulch, Nick Leverett, Matt Feeler, Aaron Stinney, John Moshana. Offensive tackle, Trish DeVos, Luke Gedeke, Brandon Walton, Matt Feeler. Tight end, Cade Otten, Cole Keith, Payne Durham, David Wells. Wide receiver, Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, Russell Gage, Trey Palmer, Devin Tompkins, Kalen Geiger, and Raheem Jarrett. Running back, Rashad White, Keyshawn Vaughn, Chase Edmonds, and Sean Tucker. Quarterback, Kyle Trask and Baker Mayfield. Top 5 roster. Does that sound like a top 5 roster? I'm talking about the whole roster. No nitpicking. The whole roster. Now, we got the best draft class in the NFC South. So let's make that clear. In other news, Donovan Smith, the Chiefs signed Donovan Smith to a 1-year deal for $9 million. Can you believe that? The Kansas City Chiefs. The Kansas City Chiefs signed Donovan Smith to a 1-year deal, $9 million. He played his entire career left tackle. Now, remember, the Chiefs did sign Jawan Taylor. Shout out to Gator Nation right there, Jawan Taylor, to a 4-year deal, $80 million. I thought Jawan Taylor was going to play left tackle. So you mean to tell me Jawan Taylor is going to be the right tackle and Donovan Smith is going to be the left tackle? Okay. Kansas City Chiefs fans, you are playing with fire. You are literally playing with fire. Y'all playing with fire, Kansas City. But see, here's the thing about Mahomes. Mahomes can move. Mahomes ain't like Tom Brady. Mahomes can move. So he'll get out of some of those retarded blocking that, I didn't say retarded, but Donovan Smith and his poor blocking against elite pass rushers. I can't believe Kansas City did that. Oh, I'm expecting some holding calls and some false starts and some holding calls, illegal hands to the face. Whatever the case may be, Donovan Smith is going to mess up some plays. He's going to mess up some plays. Remember, folks, with Tampa, Chief fans, I want y'all to understand this. If you got any questions about Donovan Smith, come to the locker room. I'll be gladly to tell you exactly about Donovan Smith and what you're going to get. Average at best, Kevin Samuels' voice. Average at best, Kevin Samuels' voice. Led the NFL in penalties since 2015. Tackle. Yeah, James was moving too. People forget that too. It's so funny. We tend to erase the Jameis Winston tenure. But we saw Jameis Winston running for his life too. It ain't gonna make no difference with Patrick Mahomes because Tom Brady couldn't move. Tom Brady couldn't move a lick to save his life. Jameis Winston was moving. We literally saw him run for his life multiple times. And he had a more younger Donovan Smith, and he had DeMar Dotson. That was his tackles. Let me repeat that. Jameis Winston had Donovan Smith, the same Donovan Smith that Holden. See, nobody cared. I did. Nobody cared about Donovan Smith when Jameis Winston was quarterback because who cares? It's him. It's the quarterback. It's him. It's the quarterback. It's nobody else. It's the quarterback fault. Nobody cared about Donovan Smith. Nobody cared about DeMar Dotson. Nobody cared about a green Alex Kappa. Nobody cared. But Jameis, am I preaching to the choir? But Jameis, fast forward 3 years later, Donovan Smith is no longer on the team. So Donovan Smith has a habit to have quarterbacks on the run. We watched it for several years with Jameis Winston and Ryan Fitzpatrick and Tom Brady. Number one in the NFL in penalties. So you mean to tell me it took Tom Brady to expose Donovan Smith? But wasn't he exposed before Tom Brady got here? Because I've been on Donovan Smith before Tom Brady got here. But the media didn't care. A lot of you Bucs fans didn't care because you did not like the quarterback, which is understandable. But see, over here, I brought the quarterback. I brought the tackle situation, the Peyton Barber. I brought up all that stuff. Nobody cared. Tom Brady get here. Oh, Donovan Smith, what the heck? Yo, he's terrible. What you mean? What do you mean he's not good? He's been not good. He had one good season. He's been terrible because you didn't like the quarterback. You Gator fans and you Hurricane fans and you South Florida Bulls fans and Golden Knights fans. And, you didn't like Winston. That's cool. But it didn't change the fact that the O-line was terrible. Dotson, Donovan Smith, and a green Alex Kappa. The running game was terrible then too. But you didn't care. All the blame went to the quarterback. And then you tried to justify by saying all the Bucs did was change quarterbacks. Now I'm going to my little rant before I close the video. The Bucs didn't just change quarterbacks. They drafted Tristan Wirfs, all pro, as a rookie. DeMar Dotson, what happened to him? What they didn't need Tristan Wirfs. They had DeMar Dotson and Donovan Smith. And they had a more seasoned Alex Kappa. I'm just saying. Oh, yeah, and they added Fournette and AB and Gronkowski and Ryan Suckup and Antoine Winfield Jr., But it's the same team. Stop it. First down. Facts. All I can give you is facts over feelings. I can care less how you feel about Jameis Winston. But the fact remains, Donovan Smith been terrible. Just like DeMar Dotson and Green Alex Kappa at the time. And Peyton Barber. Y'all remember him? You remember O.J. Howard? You remember the ball that he caught and it popped out his chest and he fumbled it on his back and the DeMario Davis intercepted the ball? Y'all remember that? Remember when O.J. Howard caught the ball and the ball popped up and he was trying to catch the ball behind his back? Yeah, that was one of the 30 interceptions. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, the Justin Watson? Yeah, yeah. Don't let me go there. I can only give you facts. I ain't trying to spin no narrative over here. I'm just saying. You remember the O.J. Howard? Y'all remember that? That was terrible. What are we doing? And a no risk it, no biscuit offense. First year. That was a disaster from the start. Terrible O-line, terrible running game, and a quarterback, and a no risk it, no biscuit offense. That was a disaster from the start. And even Brady was going through the bull crap until they changed it. But anyway, but Donovan Smith, yeah, looks like he's going to be playing left tackle for the Chiefs, which is interesting. Interesting. Chiefs, are you really sure about that? I don't know about that one, buddy. Y'all might want to rethink that. Donovan Smith? You know what? No, the Chiefs was the only ones to give him that money. And also, last but not least, Devin White. The Bucs do not. This Devin White situation is becoming a distraction, per se. I don't like it. We don't need this type of information coming from the Bucs camp. He wants a new contract. The team is not so sure about that. Now you have a stalemate. They don't even know, possibly, when he will report to the team. I'm closing this out on Devin White. I don't know about this Devin White situation. I don't know if this is going to linger on and become a nuisance, but I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. This is the stuff that a team in transition don't need. There's two sides to the story here. There's this business side, and then there's a player side of it, right? So I'm gonna give it to you in my opinion, from my perspective, right? So the player side. On the field, Devin White, like, look, man, I done did some numbers. Y'all seen my play, Super Bowl year, 9.5 sacks. Then I had 5 this past year. I'm putting up numbers, 100 plus tackles. You could put my numbers up against all the top 5 linebackers. Yada 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 yada. On the field, I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. From the business perspective, hey, the Bucs looking at it like, we hear you, Devin, but I'm just giving you, playing this out. Follow me. We're not sure yet. We're not 100% sure yet. After 4 years, we're not 100% sure. We're not sure that we want to invest $100 million plus $19-20 million a year to a linebacker that we have questions on. On top of, we just came out of salary cap hell this past offseason. We don't want to go back into it. So at the end of the day, you have to look at it. What is the bigger priority? Business or the player? Devin White can want what he wants. He can point the fingers at Darius, Shaquille Leonard, and Fred Warner, and Tremaine Edmonds, and all these other lines, Roquan Smith, and all that. Bobby Wagner. He can point the finger all he wants to. But on the business side of it, the Bucs were just in salary cap hell. And they got to pay Tristan Wirfs and Antoine Winfield Jr. See, Antoine Winfield Jr. don't have a fifth-year option, so they just can't pick up the fifth-year option on Antoine Winfield Jr. After the season, they got to pay him. You ain't losing Antoine Winfield Jr. That's your core player. You're not losing Tristan Wirfs. You picked up his fifth-year option. And you're going to give him a big contract, too. That leaves Devin White. And the Bucs are in a tricky situation because of Levante David. They gave him a one-year deal. What, $8 million? The Bucs are in a funny situation at linebacker because they got two linebackers, one on his way out, and the other one wants to get paid. And not just get paid, he wants to reset the market. And to be honest with you, I don't see that happening. If they sign Devin White, I don't think it will be to the money that he wants. You're going to have to come to a middle ground. That contract, should that contract with Devin White be front-loaded or back-loaded? Should he get a heavy guarantee or be incentive-based? What do you do with Devin White's contract? 15 million? 17? 19? 20 million? To an off-ball linebacker? That pretty much his strength is in the box, blitzing? Now, don't get me wrong. If Levante David, I mean, if the Bucs didn't have Levante David, if Levante David would have went to another team, then the Bucs would have been like, damn, we got to do what we got to do. But Levante David, he's here for 1 more year. So it's like they can hold off on that thought process. I mean, we already know he's not a top 5 linebacker. Remember when I gave y'all the breakdown of all the top 10 linebackers pay? And if you look at the top 10 and you look at Devin White's play and the player that's getting, he's about between 8 and 12 as far as where you should pay him. There is no way you can pay that man a top 5 linebacker money, in my opinion. But see, on the business side of it, and I was about to get to that, the Bucs are playing a dangerous game. You know how this works. When it's contract year, and we've seen this happen time and time again, when it's contract year, guys seem to have their best year. There's a few guys that didn't get their 5th-year contracts picked up. Isaiah Simmons, Jalen Reagor, Devin White got his picked up. But you want the new contract, you want the bag. So you're gonna fight through injury, you're gonna ball out and get the bag. He want the bag. And the Bucs playing a dangerous game because if he balls out, guess what? You got to pay him and Antoine Winfield Jr. next year. Good luck with that. Remember, Antoine Winfield Jr. was a 2nd-round pick, which is a 4-year contract. You got to pay Antoine Winfield Jr. at some point next year. Or in 2025, he'll be a free agent. And you got to pay Tristan Wirfs at some point. So the Bucs are in a business-wise, you have 3 young players that are looking for contracts. And to be honest with you, you have to prioritize. The most important out of the 3, Tristan Wirfs. The second most important, Winfield Jr. The third most important, Devin White. Let's be real. And the Bucs will have a lot more money next year too because of all the dead money that they're paying right now will come off the books. And the Bucs will have a ton of money come 2024 and possibly a top 10 pick. Not saying that the Bucs are going to be terrible. I'm just throwing it out there. A possible top 10 pick. And just by putting my feelers out there, oh, they got us in the top 10. Me. And they got us picking a quarterback. Some of them got us picking a quarterback. There was one early mock draft 2024 had us picking Brock Bowers. Yes. And they put the odds out, the betting odds on who needs a quarterback in 2024. Oh, the Bucs was up there, top 3. They got the Bucs in the top 3 as far as quarterbacks, needing a quarterback next year. That should tell you everything about Kyle Trask and Baker Mayfield. I'm not saying I'm going off of what they say, but I kind of know what it is here with Baker Mayfield. 4 teams in 5 years. Look, Baker Mayfield fans, I wish y'all the best luck. I hope he does well because of the team. Probability versus possibility. There's a probability that Baker Mayfield can win the job and does good. Or Kyle Trask. The possibility is there. But the probability is not high. Because of the situation. The Bucs are in a transitional year. This ain't no reload and we're going to compete for the... You got one guy on his 4th team in 5 years. Great quarterbacks don't go to that many teams in that many years. 4 teams in 5 years? Come on. Name your quarterback currently starting that's really good on his 4th team in 5 years. Don't worry, I'll wait. Because if he was so good, wouldn't be on 4 teams in 5 years. This is why I told y'all, and I'm going to get to that. You actually want Kyle Trask to win the job. Do you know how terrible it will look for Baker Mayfield to win the job and then go out there and stink it up after a couple games? If Baker Mayfield wins the job, and by week 7 we're 2-5, you know how terrible that's going to look? I'd rather look terrible with Kyle Trask. You actually want Kyle Trask to win the job. Because if we're 2-5 with Kyle Trask, and it's like, okay, it is what it is. Like, we already know where we're heading at. We're heading to a top 10 pick and trade everything to go up in the top 2 or 3. But to be 2-5 with Baker Mayfield, terrible. Terrible. That's why the betting odds got us needing a quarterback. Even AI, machine learning, spits out algorithms. Bucs need a quarterback. So not just from a humanoid's perspective, but also from a computer perspective. Bucs need a quarterback. I'd rather the Bucs take their lumps with Kyle Trask than Baker Mayfield. Because I don't want to see him. I already know what it is. And it goes back to what I said the other day. How many primetime games we going to get with Kyle Trask? 1 maybe? We'll get lucky, get 1. See, with Baker Mayfield, you'll get 1, maybe 2 because of the name. Folks, all I'm doing here is I'm just getting y'all prepared mentally early. So that way you don't be surprised and you go into the season screaming out 10-7, 11-6, and 12-5. If Brady came back, I can do that. Brady ain't coming back. Gronkowski ain't coming back. No, let it go. So for all you wearing those jerseys, still trying to hold on for Brady coming back, give it up. Stick him up. Take off the jersey. He ain't coming back. And it's so crazy. We still gonna see a ton of Brady jerseys running around. There. Just won't let it go. You gotta be able to move on as a fan. Players come and go. Fans remain. Fans gotta move on. Focus on what you got here and what you got moving forward as a fan base. You can hold on to 2020 all you want to with all your might. That ain't changing nothing in 2023 and moving forward. 2020 ain't got sugar, honey, iced tea to do with 2023. Let 2020 go. 2020, we Super Bowl champions. That's 3 years removed from that, buddy. LIG it. Let it go. It was fun while I was last. I told y'all this. Life after Brady. Some of you, I can tell. When you go to the preseason game, when you go to the training camp, you go to preseason games, and you go to the games in Raymond James Stadium, you still gonna see that group of Bucs fans holding on to 2020, walking around with a Brady jersey. Oh yeah, oh Tom Brady. Oh, I got a Tom Brady jersey. Oh, look at me, bro. It's 2023. Are you living for the future or are you living in the past? Well, I mean, Tom Brady can come back. How much you want to bet on it? Because you got some Bucs fans still think he's going to come back. I would love to bet you. I'll be a rich man. You got to let it go. I'm letting it go. I was there. So you can't question me about being a Bucs fan. I'm a real Bucs fan. You see what I do. So ain't no questions about me, but I've let it go. I done moved on. I'm not hoping and I'm not wishing. I'm wishing Kyle Trask win the job. But if Baker Mayfield win the job, I'm going to support him because he's a part of the Bucs now. And if he wins games and he does well, I'm going to say, great job. That's what a fan's supposed to do. If we win the game, I'm not going to be trying to sugar honey iced tea on Baker Mayfield. I'm going to give him credit where it's due. But I guarantee you this, on the flip side, there's always two sides of this. If he does not do well, I'm going to be on him. If Kyle Trask does well, I'm going to give Kyle Trask big ups. If Kyle Trask does bad, I'm going to be on him. Especially Jason White. Because if we go 2-7 in the first 7 games with Kyle Trask and then they turn to Baker Mayfield, so what scenario do you want to see? Do you want to see Kyle Trask start the season off or you want to see Baker Mayfield start the season off? To be honest with you, the most likely result, we're going to see both of them. We're going to see both of them. I don't know when. Got a feeling. I ain't going to say a feeling, but it's kind of obvious what's going to happen. All right, guys. Who's going to win the job? For ticket sales, they want Baker Mayfield to win. For ticket sales. I guarantee you when training camp start, you're going to see a ton of Baker Mayfield jerseys. Oh, yeah. I'm curious, though, Bucs fans. How many Kyle Trask jerseys is going to be out there? See how that works out? So the guy that was drafted by the Bucs, you barely going to see his jersey. But the guy that was signed to a 1-year deal on his 4th team in 5 years, you're going to see a ton of Baker Mayfield jerseys. Don't you find that funny? So wait a minute. You don't support the guy that the Bucs drafted, but you support a guy that is on his 4th team in 5 years, and you know what you're getting out of him? What a shame. What a shame, Bucs fans. I'm going to be out there too. I'm going to be at training camp. As a matter of fact, can anybody find this information out for me? Because I reached out to the Bucs sales team. When are they going to? When are they going to do a military appreciation day for the training camp? And when are those tickets going to be available? Because I want to come down now with my daughter. By the way, she will be with me with a Bucs jersey, not a Saints jersey, because her mom is a Saints fan. So you know how that works. But I'll have my daughter with me down there in training camp in August. It's gonna be hot, but you know how this works. So if you see me out there, holla at me. Anyway, also, has anybody went to the Devil Rays game? May 26th, they're giving away a bucket hat. I still need somebody to get that for me. I need that Devil Rays reversible bucket hat. Can anybody get that for me? I highly appreciate that. I will send some bread or whatever. We'll make that work out. I'll work that out for you. I think it's May 26th. Forgot who I think they're playing the Yankees or the Dodgers. They're giving away a reversible bucket hat at Tropicana Field. I would like to get that hat. If you can get it, if you go to the Devil Rays games, by all means, hook a brother up. I'll make sure you straight on the back end. So anyway, that's my take on the Bucs draft class. That was my recap. Also, I talked about the undrafted free agents, and I also talked about Donovan Smith signing with the Chiefs. 1-year deal is $9 million. And also, I closed it out with Devin White, and also the Bucs kind of like situations internally going on with the team. With that being said, folks, from here on out, it's going to be quiet. From May all the way to basically July. May, June, and July, quiet. Until training camp starts, the end of July. So you'll get videos from me, but I'm going to have to scratch and claw for videos, right? But we'll make it happen, right? With that being said, fire those cannons, seize the day, raise the flag. Hashtag life after Brady. Hashtag great. Well, B+ on the draft. Or B on the draft. Good job, Jason Light. Hashtag good job, Jason Light. Hashtag build the trenches. Hashtag trenches matter. I told y'all. O-line, D-line, D-line. D-line, O-line, D-line. Yeah, I thought so. What's next? Hashtag fire the cannons. Hashtag walk the plank. Hashtag facts over feelings. Hashtag what did your eyes tell you? Hashtag don't get mad at me. I don't draft these players. I don't call plays. I just talk about it. Hashtag why. Hashtag what is this? What is this? Hashtag phase 3 is over. Free agency, combine, draft. Now we go on to phase 4. Phase 4 is coming up. That's training camp. OTAs, training camp. Folks, it's getting close. 3 more months. 2.5, 3 months, whatever. Training camp around the corner. Hope to see y'all out there. I'll be out there. Buckles luck out. I don't know when I'm going to see y'all again, but oh yeah, and hashtag what did your eyes tell you? Hashtag probability versus possibility. Can't forget those two. I don't know when I'm going to see y'all again, but I'll make videos, pop-up videos, and things to talk about between now and training camp. Because OTA start on the 23rd. Let's see if Devin White show up. Let's see if he get that contract. I'll see y'all around. Y'all stay safe, you and your families. I want to see y'all back here in the locker room whenever I make videos. I'm going to holler at y'all. Deuces.